Hey everybody, I am really excited because in the mail I just received a little palette called the Swamp Queen palette. This palette is a collaboration between Tarte and Graveyard Girl. When I first saw this palette, I was a little skeptical because the colors weren't really out of this world, but when I actually saw it in person, it's very beautiful. So I am just dying to break into this baby. These were in very limited quantities, and I'm really lucky that I got one. My parents actually got it for me because when I wanted it, it wasn't available, it was sold out, and then they released it on Ulta online, and my parents were able to jump on one and get one for me, and I'm so excited because it came really fast and it's just so cute. So this is the overall packaging. When you purchase this palette, this is the little box, the little packaging that it comes in. When you open this palette, you are greeted with the prettiest little gold trim. I think it is so cute. And this is what the palette looks like. It looks pretty much exactly like the packaging. It is just like the cutest packaging. It's really thick, really heavy. And then when you open it, you just hold the brush. This is the palette. How pretty these colors are. They are just crazy. And they smell like the typical Tarte vanilla-y smell. The little mirror is so cute. It says, "Believe in yourself, love yourself, embrace your individuality." I really actually think that is a really nice touch. This palette is really heavy. And then in the box, Graveyard Girl put together a day look and a night look for how she would wear this palette. And those are really pretty looks, very subtle, maybe a little too subtle for me, but yeah, the overall packaging of this product is adorable. Now, you might notice that I don't have any eyeshadow on, I don't have any bronzer or blush or highlighter on, and that is because this palette consists of a bronzer, blush, and highlighter, as well as obviously the eyeshadow, so I thought that this would be a little first impression video. I know it's not Friday, and this might be put up as an extra video, I'm not sure, so you know, let's do this and let's have some fun. So the first thing that I'm actually going to dip into is the bronzer. It is called Sweet Tea, and it's this one. So I'm just going to take my little blush brush and I'm just going to dip in. I only dipped in once, and that is very pigmented, so I'm super excited to see how this looks. Let's see. Oh my goodness. That is pigmented. Whoa. Should I just leave it like that? Okay. That's really pigmented. I'm really impressed with that pigment, actually. So I'm gonna blend it in real quick. I usually don't use this to blend. I usually use whatever brush I use with my translucent powder, so I'm just gonna blend this real quick. Oh, and I thought it would be really fitting to use my Tarte Kabuki brush with this because it is a Tarte palette. Okay, so as you can see, this blended out really nicely on both sides, so that's pretty awesome that it's that pigmented but that blendable, because you can either go really heavy-handed with it and like rock a really great contour, or you can go a little bit more subtle with it, and I think that's just a really awesome option because that blends fantastically. So now I'm going to jump into the Does This Thing Really Work blush. So I'm going to try to go a little lighter with this. Just one swipe and it's that pigmented. Okay, so let's see. Wow, it's so pigmented. Now I'm going to blend this out just like I did the bronzer. Okay, so that also blended out really beautifully. It's a nice rosy glow of a blush. Both the blush and the bronzer contain glitter in them, and it's not too heavy-handed with glitter either. It's very subtle, and I think that you can go for like a really bright blush, just like the contour. You can go for a really bright blush, or you can do a little bit more subtle, a little bit more rosy. I really, really like that blush color. I didn't think that it would be my type of thing just because it's so, well, it looks so dark in the palette, but on my skin it actually looks really, really nice and natural, so I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to dip into the Gator Wings highlighter right here, and the brush I'm going to use for this isn't actually going to be my blush brush. I use this brush, this little brush, for my highlight, no matter what highlight it is, and the logo seems to be written off because I use this so much, and by written off I mean rubbed off. So if you recognize that logo, can you tell me? Because I don't remember what brand this was. I got this in the Beauty Blocks, so, but I love this for my highlighter. Whoa, look at that. Oh my god. That is such a nice highlighter. That is such a beautiful highlighter. Oh my goodness. I like that. Oh wow, look at that glow. Look at that highlight. That's crazy. So I'm just going to take a very little amount and tap it, because I always highlight this right here. Then I take my finger and kind of blend it to smooth it out a little bit. And then I always do my lips, the Cupid's bow. But nothing like too heavy, just a little bit of a glow. I'm really into that highlighter. Look at that. That is beautiful. That glow is insane. Oh my god. Okay, so that stuff is done. Let's get into our eyeshadows. Now, I already have my eyes primed, so I'm just going to jump right into this palette. So I am going to take my eyeshadow brush, and I am going to first dip into Big Baby. That looks like a really nice base color. Okay, so I'm just going to tap this all over the lid and under my eyebrows, because I like to put highlighter on my brow right here, so I like to have a base there as well. That looks so good! Alright, so next I'm going to dip into Natural Peaches. It is this peachy tone right there in the middle of the first row. And I'm going to dip into that and do that as a nice transition color, so in my crease. That is so pretty. Guys, this palette is really awesome so far. Look how pretty that color is as a transition. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, now there are so many different ways that you can take these eyeshadows, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into Dogman, because that is the color that I am most excited for in this palette, because it is a beautiful burnt orange glittery color, and I love my red tones and I love my oranges for eyeshadows, and this color is unbelievable. Oh, it's so pigmented. I just like tapped it. Look how nice that is. Oh my goodness. So what I'm going to do with this color is I'm going to turn my angle. You see how this is like an angled brush? I'm going to turn that angle down towards the end of my eye, and I'm just going to drag it like that. Holy smokes, is that pigmented. Whoa. Look at that pigment. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. That is just crazy pigmented. So I'm actually going to take my blending brush, pretty clean, and I'm just going to blend it in. Smoke it out a little bit on my lid. So I really, really like the colors in this palette. They're very neutral, which isn't what I exactly expected from Graveyard Girl, but I will say that she does wear a lot of neutrals, And, oh, I got some on my foundation. Look at that. Ugh. She does wear a lot of neutrals. I think that this palette definitely represents her as a person. I think that all of these colors are just beautiful, and honestly, I think that they can offer a lot of different kinds of looks, but definitely daily wear. This palette will definitely get a lot of daily wear out of me, I will get a lot of daily wear out of this palette because the colors are beautiful, and you can definitely go full opacity with them or blend them out to make them a little more subtle. I am very excited for this palette to exist in my life. Look how nice this color looks. I love this color. So I'm going to clean this brush, and I'm going to dip into Man Cat, which is this beautiful dark plum kind of a color, like a nice eggplant plum color. Again, just tapped like once, and that's so pigmented. So what I'm going to do with this is I am just going to create a very light wing look with this color. Just very light, very subtle, very simple little like wing shape. Before I blend it all together, I'm going to take Sippy Sippy, which is this gorgeous like brown with glitter in it. Whoa, this is like such a beautiful color. And I'm just gonna tap it right there and right there. So right there and right there. Well, this shape got a little misshapen on that side, but it should be okay once I blend it. So I'm gonna blend again! And I'm not so much blending this part, I'm more blending the inside so that this stays pretty sharp. So it's like a nice fade into that shape. And then finally what I'm going to take is the color Haunting. It's this beautiful glittery light pink color. I'm going to take some of that and I'm just going to tap it here like on the inner corner. And then with my slightly clean blending brush, I'm just going to kind of blend it in here. Just so it blends well. It's a nice transition. I might even take the color Man Cat, which is just this really pretty plum color that I put as the wing, and I might just bring this down to my lash line a little bit to kind of smoke my lash line out a little bit on the bottom. Now I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to dip into Gator Wings, the highlighter, one more time. And I'm just going to tap it up here under my brow. That highlight is insane. Then I'm going to take the highlighter and just tap it in the inner corner, connecting it up there, and then connecting it down here a little bit. So it just brightens everything up a little bit. And then, because this has a little bit of fallout, I'm going to use my kabuki brush and I'm going to get into my translucent powder and just kind of brush away any fallout I might have. And now I'm going to apply mascara. Oh, I moved the thing, sorry. Okay, so this is the final look. All I did was throw on mascara and some lipstick. This is Tarte's. I thought I would keep it as in the Tarte family as I could. It is Tarte's Lippy Lingerie in the shade Envy. This is the final look. I'm very, very impressed with this palette. I think this palette is beautiful and awesome, and I'm really proud of Graveyard Girl for finally getting a collab with a company that she really, really likes. I'm really, really happy for her, and I'm really, really happy that I have this palette and that my parents are awesome. So yeah, Graveyard Girl's Swamp Queen palette. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first impression video. It was really fun to make. I love getting eyeshadow palettes, and there have been so many awesome eyeshadow palettes being released recently. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment about any other new makeup that's out right now, or even old makeup. Please do not hesitate to tell me, because there are so many times when you guys will leave me a comment about a product that I've never heard of or didn't know existed. So please, if you have any products that you would like a first impression of, either old or new, expensive or cheap, just let me know in the comments and I will do my absolute best to make that video for you. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Let me know what you think of this palette based on this first impression. Yeah, let me know if you would like a swatch of this palette, a tutorial with this palette. Let me know and I will get on it. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.